Hi, everybody. Welcome to our newest edition of Del Talk, powered by Kind Lending. I'm Delfino Aguilar, SVP of Production at Kind Lending, Kind TPO, with a very, very special guest with us today, Rich Lane. Rich Lane, the broker with United American Mortgage. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing outstanding, and I'm excited to join you guys this morning. I kind of been lurking and watching from the background what's going on over there. So really honored to be on with you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love these conversations. We're prepared. We got our notes ready to go. I know that everybody's even busy in this down market. We're going to talk a little
Yeah,
bit about that
for sure.
in today's episode. But for everybody that has been living under a rock, right, that doesn't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself, Rich, and your company, of course.
Yeah, so this is year 3 over at United American Mortgage. I wish I got here a long time ago. It's really an amazing place to originate loans at, and everyone originates here from all the loan officers right up to the owner and founder and president, Al Hensling. So that's what I love about it. We are diehard loan junkies and loan closers, and beyond that, that's it. And so that's why we have a real deep reach into the purchase market. So beyond that, who I am, pretty simple. I'm a husband to my wife, Celine, and father to my 4 and 6-year-old daughters, Pearl and Olive. And we have a great time together. I'm a pretty simple guy. I'm into mountain biking, motocross, golf, and just spending time with the family. So that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think, family is really important. I got this little scar on my forehead here from mountain biking. So, that's very dangerous, obviously, but very fun, very fun. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I know Al and Dean, those guys at United American
Yeah.
Mortgage for some time. Great company. We just had a lender fair where we were there. Great to
Yeah.
see all of our friends, who I consider family there from different lenders. We've been all together for such a long time. One thing that I've noticed, Rich, about the company is that there's people in the office, right?
Yeah.
Like there is people consistently in the office. I know the owners are in as
Mhm.
well. AEs come in.
Yeah.
What's your thought process on that? I forgot to talk to you about this beforehand, but I
Yeah. No,
great
and
things about the
it's a great observation that you make,
Yeah.
and it's true. A lot of us, and I'm an office guy. I'm a
Yeah.
routine guy. I time block. Like in the morning, I get up, I put a button down and a coat on. I get to the office. Not all LOs at this company. We've got about 130 plus. A lot of them are working home or they're across the country, but
Yeah.
right here at our Costa Mesa campus. For me, I feel very privileged. I have an office. It's a great work environment. There's a synergy here, that is hard to find working from remote. So it's my happy spot. Also, I do a lot of content. So our campus is an ideal place to do podcasts or shoot
Yeah.
content or host in referral partners for meetings. So I really think it's a high value place.
Right. Yeah. No, I felt the energy when I went in there. You feel
Yeah.
it. I'm a big fan of that because I think that it keeps everybody together. Like I remember a time, obviously pre-COVID, Rich, when I was an AE, even as a regional and even in this position, people you'd carry your rate sheets. Remember the days, AEs
Oh
would
yeah.
come in, you'd sit with the rate sheet, you'd sit across from someone, you talk about programs. It still happens today, but I don't think not often enough.
Well, I'll tell you.
So,
Yeah, I'll tell you something. And Al Hensley, our founder and owner, one thing that he is really one of his principles is he treats his affiliates and especially the wholesale lenders and the wholesale AEs with the utmost respect. We even have a little lounge here for AEs that if they're coming in to visit us and do a sales call to post up and plug in their laptop. And so that's one thing I've really learned from Al is, to treat the wholesale lenders and the account executives with respect and value. And he does it every day, and it's something to behold.
Yeah, I definitely feel the love when we go in there, and I know one of our best AEs, Jenny Gibbons, is partners with all of you, and Jenny's awesome. We're lucky to have her, and I just wanted to mention that I was interested. I was talking to my daughter. I have 3 daughters and 1 son, so we're pretty busy in my household. And I was talking to my daughters last night, and one of them mentioned, "Hey, Dad, you seem so much happier when you come home when you're in the office." And because when I go to the Costa Mesa office, I'm like, I don't know how to take that really, but I do love going to our office because it's very similar to your office, the
Right.
leadership team that you have there, the loan officers. That there's such a great energy in our office, even if we have folks all over the country similar to you. That energy that's in there, talking, collaborating. Hey, what do you think about this? It makes a difference, So I love going to the office myself. I wish I was closer to be in there almost every day, but it's tough. So let's transition a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? Transition a little bit about the markets, right? We live in. Oh man, we live in. I don't even know if I want to touch this, but we're going to talk about it.
Sure.
Times with rates up to 8%, close to 8% in some scenarios, right?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts are in general? What are some things that you all are capitalizing in your company right now? How do you stay focused on the first?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in this industry, the only thing that constant is change. So we're constantly, looking around for, always looking for new relationships, always looking at new technologies, but, being cautious not to chase, shiny lures down a dark hole. And we're always looking at marketing. But I will tell you this, in the last 12 months, I've kind of talked to some of our top producers here and top producers within the industry. It's a lot of getting back to the basics of blocking and tackling. I mean, this is a relationship-driven game still, even with all the technology and the AI. People do business with people they like at the end of the day. So with that said, we're doing things like getting in to new offices, referral partner offices, real estate offices, CPAs, financial planners, by doing some sort of business-driven panel in their office, and then doing video content during that panel. We're hosting. We're so lucky. We have a campus and we have an event center about a half mile away from here. We're doing a lot. We're doing more and more events that are bringing value to our referral partners. So, we're really ramping up the activity because no matter how many referral partners you have, the way that you got to look at it is this: they're always coming and going. You have referral partners that are retiring. You're having referral partners get out of the industry. You're having referral partners, maybe they're dying and they're old. So you constantly have to be backfilling the referral partners that are going. So, and that's in all markets, up, down, wherever. So we do a lot of collaboration amongst our LO peers here. We have 130 LOs. Everyone does it a little bit different. So there's a lot of internal learning that goes on here. So I would say that the focus right now is immensely on marketing and sales.
Yeah. That's funny. Great. Thank you for sharing that. I know you're sharing some tips for everybody. I think our industry is stronger the more we all share, right? And help each other become better. You mentioned something that at the end of the day, it's all relationships. And I think that I say this a lot, and it's, you said it too right now, is people do business with people they like, but not only like, they trust, right?
Correct.
Like you have to be able to develop that partnership and trust. in the relationship. You mentioned that you guys are, your company is doing and offering, events at your location, right? The lender fair was awesome. Like I mentioned
Mhm.
earlier, that was great. What are some things when you're speaking to an agent, right?
Mhm.
That you bring value during, like, to get their business, and not
Yeah.
only during the transaction. How do you keep that line of communication going to keep that trust factor and to hopefully earn their next transaction?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question, and trust is critical.
Yeah.
I mean, and follow me here a little bit.
Yeah.
I was part of this big survey that this coaching company did, and they surveyed at least about 15,000 plus real estate agents and other referral partners, and what makes you use a certain lender, broker, LO, whatever. And it
Yeah.
came back like this: number one, close on time.
Right.
Okay, that was the biggest thing. And number two was to over communicate. Basically, they're saying, "Hey, during the transaction, I don't know what's going on, and I don't, so I shouldn't be asking you. You need to be over communicating too." And then, kind of three down the line was, "Hey, when I send you a lead, can you keep me updated on the status of it? Was it a crap lead?
Yeah.
Are we, is it going to be a refi? Is it going to be a purchase? Do the people have, crappy credit, and there's just no shot at getting them a loan?" So that was number three. So, I mean, beyond that, everyone talks about bringing value
Yeah.
into that relationship. And I think we do with some major things, whether it's, doing some collaborative video content with the people, because they're so thirsty to get involved in digital video content creation, but a lot of them just don't know how to do it. And
Right.
luckily, we're really skilled at that over here. Again, we'll do some programming either in their office or over here at our United American campus. So there's that too. And then, those. It sounds so simple. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of like Southwest Airlines. I hate,
Right. Right.
it's like on time, over communicate, and then with these programs, I mean, we have a lot of fun. I mean, through the programs.
Yeah. You said it best. It sounds so simple, but not everybody does it, Rich. That's the deal, right? It sounds simple, but you still don't have people that are executing on these things, And so
Yeah,
hopefully listening to this will bring them some value in, like, an aha or like a reminder. Hey, I haven't followed up on this lead, or I haven't spoken to this agent in a while, So
yeah.
hopefully it happens.
It's tough, and fear is a big time limiting factor, and
Yeah.
it's something I deal with. And over the weekends, when I'm out, running errands or doing some yard work or whatever, I
Yeah.
listen to podcasts because I need to constantly be inspired to do these simple things and hold myself accountable.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think everyone deals with that fear factor.
Yeah, it does. I'm like you too, right? I think it's important to always consistently learn, right? Finding a podcast, a book. I think a lot of people, we're going to talk a little bit about our event coming up, but a lot of people forget to invest in themselves, and constantly investing in yourself is going to be the best investment out there, right?
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
and let's shift gears a little bit. Talk to us about, you have such a great digital footprint, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're great with what you do. I love the interviews that you've done in the past, the content that you put out. Talk to us a little bit about how it started for you and how it's changed the way you've done business, right? Because I know that you've grown, like how it started, and then now where you're at now. You partner with some professional athletes as well too, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
I mean, I've always been intrigued by video production, and
Yeah.
I started when I was a kid, like literally using uh, three VHS decks to edit.
Nice. Nice.
And even shot my first student film on film, where I was like splicing the film in a basement. It's just wild. But and where I'm going with that is this. I got out of it when I was in college and in my early career, just because it was just so expensive and such so much time to do video at all.
Yeah.
And so I kind of drifted away from it. But in the last 10 years, I got back into it because the barrier of entry is so easy, and just for a couple $100, you can have a 4K camera and have all kinds of software where you're making TV production quality stuff. And for me, I do everything on my Samsung Ultra S23. Everything: shoot, edit, mix, and push out to all the social media channels.
Yeah.
So, as far as, kind of moving to where I needed to be, I definitely had to like re-educate myself on some stuff. And again, it's all available on YouTube. I mean, I'm serious.
Right.
You can go on YouTube and then just spend some hours learning how to just even like real elementary editing, where you kind of clean up the front of the video and the rear of video so that it's palatable to the viewer. That helps out big time. I'm a big stickler on lighting and audio, and I think it's so overlooked. And I think there's some easy things you can do to improve on that. That'll really make you stand out from the crowd. I mean, as salespeople, we're always looking to stand out from everyone. And this is a digital footprint. It's like free beachfront property right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can make some decent looking content and have all your LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, where all the really popular ones, you're staking your claim on that beachfront property. I have no doubt that I think in 5 years, LinkedIn and maybe even Facebook maybe even charging people to be on those platforms.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I mean, if they do it well, like you do, it is such a very big, how can I say this? Very big advantage in this market, because it's hard to do these, Rich. It's not easy to be on camera. It's not easy to come up with content, but the people that do it, their evolution, like how you started to where they're at, and the business they capture and the relationships they develop makes them stand out, man. That's how it works. Straight up,
I mean, I love the microphone and the camera. Yeah. I've never met a microphone I didn't love, but the hard part is the post-production, because you're really creating a painting then with the editing and picking out the music and the graphics, and that's where all the real work's done. And a lot of late nights are spent doing that, but at the end of the day, I really enjoy it, and I really make my whole thing is I want to bring out people's personality in the videos. I don't like scripted or rehearsed, and I don't. I like being on site with the person to capture that interaction.
Yeah, that's a big piece. That's a big piece as well too. Being in person and bringing that personality is probably one of the best interviews that someone can do, or any kind of media pieces that you can do as well too. So we're excited, Rich. We talked about this before too, because our Vibe event is coming in on October 24th in Costa Mesa, California, at the West End. And they're not on camera right now, but behind the scenes is our fabulous marketing team. So I got to give a shout out. Take 1 minute before I talk about Vibe, to Mackenzie and Krish and the rest of the marketing team, who really are working around the clock. It's a big event, and they are spending a lot of their time off and on work, and everybody's working to make this happen. So I wanted to give them a shout out. But this event is going to be something that we're really excited about. There's going to be a lot of great speakers attending from Glenn, obviously, Mindy, John Elway, Manny Koshman, Grant Cardone, Barry Habib, Captain Charlie Plum.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting content. We hope everybody can join us. We have over 900 people so far registered for the event. I know, Rich, you're coming. How excited are you for this?
I'm really excited. And to step back, your marketing group is excellent. I work with a lot of corporate marketing groups, including the Peacock app and NBC Sports. And your group is right up there with some of the best. So kudos to them. I actually reached out. I saw the Kind flyer and it's like, oh my gosh, this looks like a great one-day event. So I actually reached out through Jenny Gibbons, our account exec. And I was like, how do I get involved? Okay. And so I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing content and doing interviews and getting it uploaded real time behind the scenes, trying to talk to some of the people who are attending, brokers and loan officers and such.
A lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people, and there's a good buzz around this because the players that are going to be speaking, they bring the fire for sure.
They do.
So
they do.
So I'll be there. I'll be all suited and booted and doing my thing, and these events. To me, this is the je ne sais quoi. What makes this industry so great is these events. And kudos to Kind for putting out the money and the time to do this for the industry. Because, when this thing hits, you see everybody in the industry and everyone, you share ideas, you hear some great speakers. There's a little bit of a social hour afterwards, and you go home just so gratified and intellectually fed.
Yes. And that's a constant. I think that's a constant here at Kind. We're always trying to bring value to our customers. And Rich, the whole piece of this is really the mindset piece. You talked about listening to podcasts, and the speakers that we have are from different businesses. John's a professional athlete, Super Bowl winner. Grant Cardone. We have Captain Charlie Plum. I think we really want to help people navigate and listen and learn, and maybe take a token out of here that can help them change their life. They're both professionally and personally, But more importantly, I'm excited for this because everybody's going to be together and in person, and I think that's missing a lot. I mean, there's a lot obviously of great events. You have NAM, you have AIM, a lot of great events that they have locally, which are great too. But this is going to be something that's going to be in SoCal that we're really excited about, we want to thank everybody who's coming, who's watching this, first of all, and then second, who's flying in from all parts of the country. We have people coming in, so we're excited. So Rich, listen, man, thank you for your time today. Probably one of the best interviews. You have a lot of great content, man. I'm excited to see you in the office. I love coming in to seeing everybody when I'm in there, like I mentioned. And really appreciate everything you've done for us today.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. And Kind is always welcome over here at the United American headquarters campus in Costa Mesa. And I cannot wait to fire up the camera and the microphone for this Kind Vibe event.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So really appreciate your time, Rich. And thank you for all of our viewers who joined us today on Del Talk, powered by Kind Lending. If you want to learn more about Kind Lending, the Vibe event, please visit our website at kindlending.com. You can also visit us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Rich, really appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
That was great.